Affliction and well-being are from God, mighty and majestic is He. The command and prohibition are from Him. Protection and the granting of success are from Him, and reward and punishment are from Him. However, actions are attributed mansuba to the children of Adam. So whoever performs a good action must express gratitude to merit thereby an increase in goodness, and whoever performs a wicked act must seek forgiveness, so that he thereby merits forgiveness. Human beings should recognize the omnipotence of God, who has predetermined all that they do, and whose help or abandonment is instrumental in their accomplishment of all predetermined acts of good or evil. God's predestination of wicked acts leaves a door open to repentance and forgiveness, and that through gratitude for good works, man may gain access to an increase in good works. The closely related doctrines of the divine decree, infallibly carried out in accordance with God's pre-eternal knowledge, of God's omnipotence, and of humanity's total helplessness and dependence on God, prevail throughout the tafsir. It could more specifically be called a mystical theology, since Tustari shows how, as well as having profound implications for man's ultimate salvation, it can impact upon his inner spiritual states. People should be aware not only that God controls all things, but also that He suffices for them in every way. Indeed, their downfall occurs precisely when they start to believe in their own power, hal, and strength, quwa, and try to rely on their own planning and management, tadbir, of their affairs. Affliction from God is of two kinds: an affliction of mercy and an affliction of punishment. An affliction of mercy leads the afflicted person to show his utter need, iftikar, for God. Mighty and majestic is He, and leads him to the abandonment of devising, tadbir. However, an affliction of punishment leads the afflicted person to rely on his own choice, ikhtiar, and devising. Believing in the unseen means disclaiming all power and strength. God is the unseen and His religion is the unseen, and God, mighty and majestic is He, has ordered them to believe in the unseen, to acquit themselves of every claim to power and strength concerning that which they have been commanded to do and prohibited from doing, in faith, speech and action, and to say, we have no power, hal, to keep ourselves from disobedience except through your protection, isma, and we have no strength, quwa, to obey you except through your aid, mauna. Single quote. Those who are damned from pre-eternity, however, are those who claim their own power and strength, as exemplified by Pharaoh, who claimed to have power, strength and ability, and said, "Whenever I wish to believe I will believe," but when he actually came to believe, once he had seen the approach of his doom, it was not accepted from him, as God, exalted as He, said, "Now, when hitherto you have disobeyed and been of those who do corruption." 10-91. He directs the command from the heaven to the earth. 32-5. He reveals to His servants from His knowledge that which is a means of guidance and salvation for them. The person who is content with the destined provision resulting from God's management of things, tadbir, for him, will have the evil of his own devising disposed of and removed from him. Thus God will have returned him to a state of contentment, rida, with the divine decree, and rectitude, istiqama, in face of the unfolding of what is destined for him. Such people are among those who are brought into proximity with Him. Mukarabin. Truly, God, exalted as He, created people without any veil, and then made their devising, for themselves, tadbir, into their veil. The Prophet Muhammad asked that God should make him die in his religion, as well as prayers of the prophets Abraham and Joseph asking that they should die in a state of submission to God. Believers must, therefore, be aware that until their last breath they should be constantly renewing their pre-eternal covenant by professing and realizing the divine oneness, and, since they have no idea what is in God's pre-eternal knowledge, they should pray for His mercy and assistance in this.